Hello everyone, it's time for a Jell-O tester. I finally got a lavalier mic that works with my iPhone. All this time I was thinking I needed a wireless one. I do not need a wireless microphone. I don't move around. I don't even go anywhere but this room. So I just bought this from B&H Photo for like 40 bucks. Thanks B&H Photo, you're great. Hopefully the sound is better. Today's Jell-O tester recipe is one that people have been asking about for a while. Spaghettios Jell-O. I was gonna look for a recipe for this, but I was like, I feel like I can just figure this out. I am a person who does enjoy a Spaghettio. My preferred Spaghettio varietal is the kind with the little meatballs, which is the kind I got, Spaghettio meatballs. I know there's like different shapes and stuff. The meatballs are made of pork, chicken, and beef, which, I don't know, sounds okay. I haven't had actual Spaghettios in a very long time, but if you live in a place where they have hale and hearty soups, there used to be a soup that was like Spaghettios, but it was like nicer. It wasn't always on the menu, but when it was on the menu, I would get that. They also had this one that was creamy tomato soup with orzo pasta and shredded chicken. Also great. Hale and hearty, folks. How are they doing? They okay? Are they racist? I feel like that's one of those companies where like, turns out they're racist. Because there's just so many racists. Please stop being racist or buying things from racists. Anyway, I hadn't had Spaghettios in a while, and I actually forgot that it's not really a soup. It's in a sauce, but it's not very soupy. It's kind of gloopy. Gloopy, not soupy. In order to make a Jell-O version, I thought, well, I think we need some sort of like liquid base to help get this together. I could have used tomato juice, but then I remembered I had this Trader Joe's organic creamy tomato soup on my shelf. And folks, do you know what day this organic creamy tomato soup expires? September 2nd, 2020. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I am filming on August 31st, 2020. So the day after tomorrow, expired. So let's use it up. I have about a cup of the creamy tomato soup. I'm going to use about a cup of the Spaghettios. I don't need a full can of Spaghettios in gelatin form. And I'm going to have the rest of it as a tasty snack. And I'm using 2 packets of Knox plain gelatin, which I dissolved in a little bit of water. So I warmed up the soup. I have my bloomed gelatin. I'm just gonna stir this in and let it dissolve into the warm soup. Shout out to this trivet. So I didn't have to set my warm soup directly on my oilcloth tablecloth. Shout out to trivets. This one is made of silicone. So I'm getting smooth, getting dissolved. So generally for the Knox plain gelatin, you want 1 packet of gelatin to every cup of liquid. I have a cup of tomato soup, and then I have probably about another cup of Spaghettios in here, and they don't really count as a liquid, but okay, this looks great. This got so smooth and nice. So now I'm just gonna take our Spaghettios, add these. Now what I'm hoping is that the Spaghettios will stay relatively well distributed throughout the liquid so that they're suspended in the Jell-O mold. I don't know if that will actually happen, but that's what we're hoping for. I'm gonna use this lovely mold. Ooh. Oh no, got Spaghettios on the floor. It's fine. Oh God. Am I just bad at pouring? I feel like every time I pour something, I get splashed. This perfectly fits in this mold. That's nice. This pan and this mold. Best friends. That's the whole setup. That's all. Just gonna put it in the fridge and let it chill. And later we'll come back and we'll slice it and see how everything's settled. Hello, we are back. This is what my hair is doing today. Welcome. It is time to try the Spaghettios Jello. The first thing I'm gonna take a look at is this. See all those? Those are the meatballs. Perhaps this recipe is best, and I'm using best loosely here, accomplished with just straight up pristine Spaghettios. No meatballs, no hot dogs, no, is there another mix in? I don't know. I've always been a meatballs gal, so. Anyway, the meatballs' relative density has them floating to the top of the mold, which means they will be on the bottom when I flip it over, which isn't exactly what I was hoping for, but it does look like we might have a good distribution of Spaghettios. So let's flip her and find out. Here we go. Time to flip. I think it dropped. Oh, she's gorgeous. Look at her. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Now I did put her in a little bit of warm water to soften her up, and I think that's why we're getting a little bit of, you can see there, leakage. She is not very jiggly. No jiggle at all. I put in 2 packets, and that seems like it's stiffer than it needs to be. Loving this Spaghettio distribution, loving this beautiful divot. Oh God, it feels weird. Why do I always end up doing this? I guess the only thing that's left is to cut in and give her a try. Let's see. Yeah. You know, I felt it as it was happening, but I did not do that on purpose. Meatball. It's such a beautiful, clean cut. Here's our slice. And I got some O's. Let me get a little meatball. Here's the thing. It does what it says on the tin. It's Spaghettios, and it's in Jello form. So it tastes like eating Spaghettios out of the can. That's it. Which is to say, it's not great. It's not bad. It is cold, which isn't the ideal temperature at which to consume Spaghettios. But it worked. And now we know that the Spaghettios will be suspended in the Jello, but the meatballs will not. So I consider this a successful experiment.